When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. I'm sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running.
All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
That's it. Right there. 55. Target.
Now a first down throw. Watson. And his first look is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Now, this series between the 49ers and the Bucs began back in 1977 in Tampa Bay's second year in the NFL. It's been a series that the 49ers have dominated, 17-7 overall, although Tampa has won the last two meetings. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 7. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back.
Here we go. Mike, we're good.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, 20, touchdown, Tampa Bay. TJ Logan, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Stepping up, he's going to... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Carr. And this one complete to Smith. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. To throw is Carr. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rashawn Melvin. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bucs 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's set a tone, fellas.
Now Watson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jerry Tillery in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now it's Watson. He's going to let one fly for Tate, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. This is Logan. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On the return, it's Tate. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time. Gets the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Watson off play action. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll run on 1st down. Logan. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run to Drake. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
What now? You want it,
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
On 1st down, Carr. He's got this complete to Hamilton. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Now, you ready?
51. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Now Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They run with Logan. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. On the carry, it's Logan. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Carr going to go on 4th down. They open man to Smith. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll run it here with Logan. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out here in the eye. This San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during it. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Royce Freeman there to make the grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The throw over the middle taken in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And Tate's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Watson now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Again, it's Watson. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
First down, 49ers.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends are creating so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, This is going to be the result every time.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Flushed out right. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air yet again. Watson. Open is Powell. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw is Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And some room to run now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 31 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch right.
They run again with Logan. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Hey, 734.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And Robinson with a big catch. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there,
and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Let's go,
at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Completes it to Davis. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He'll field this at the 5. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter down in Arizona. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up.
On 2nd and 15 now. Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Watson. Completes it to Powell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's third and short. They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Third and long, it's Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Calais Campbell picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 44. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line is really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Watson finds his tight end Ingram. That one a first down pickup of 8.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Watson on first down. Powell on the catch. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Now it's Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Niners on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Watson looks to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, we heavy on the edge.
Express. You go tight. You got.
They'll try the left side. It's Logan. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
Monday, down. 185. Here we go. Let's bring it. Express. Let's bring it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Logan. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books.